Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is me rushing to the start because we realized at 12:04 that my race started at 12 o'clock. Thankfully they were a little bit late. Right here, getting to the start, you see everybody's there. Look at how big this line is. That is just Pro 125 and A Open, this entire line. See one of my friends there. Yeah, thankfully they were late. We thought the race started at 1, started a lot earlier than that, started at 12. Terrible start. I'm almost third from the last spot once I take like a couple bad lines up here. Really bad start. I was hoping to do good this race. Top 5 was is what I was gonna get paid for, and if I didn't say who I am yet, by the way, my name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national GNCC champion and a part of the Ampro factory support off-road team. To the left of me is John Alipio. Was able to get around him, and this race is definitely an interesting race. 1 hour P27, White Rock P27. We have night racing the day before, and then we have 1 hour GP style motos. So it's a super short track, 4-minute lap. I did about 12 laps in one of my races. Crazy amount of lap times, or crazy amount of laps, sorry. And you're gonna see there is some really great battling. I end up battling with Van Gosselin, who I used to battle with on Super Minis back when I was racing J-Day. But you see in the back camera right now, I'm just making my way through the pack and farther up. And then I'm going to show you the front camera too, where you can really see me just trying to pick different lines than all these people in front of me. But man, this was a fast course. Look at all the people on the side of the trail. And wow, a very bad start by me. I'm used to these GNCC starts where they put the flag down at the bottom of the, and then they lift up the flag. So Poacher, who runs the series, super nice guy. Series was awesome, but I was not used to having the flag start at the top. So you can't hear in the GoPro for some reason. He put the flag up. I'm like, wait, I actually have no clue what's going on. Was not ready for the start at all. Screwed it up. And just between everything going on, getting there to the start late, and it just ended up being a big problem. And you see right here, that big problem is going to cause me to have to work through the entire class of 125 Pro and A Open during the race. And you see right here, somebody stalls or something on the rocks right in front of me on this enduro cross section. So definitely some hang-ups, a lot of battling going on. And you're going to see just more and more trying to take lines, get around people, take different lines. And then I end up riding by myself for a little bit. Pro section gets really awesome race. By the way, I've been talking a lot, a million miles an hour. I'm here with my dad, Mike Sigety. Dad, say hello.
Hi everyone, Ryder's dad here.
Yes, so the track, I was surprised, did not get as beat up as I thought it was going to get. 4-minute laps, a lot of racers, I'm not actually sure how many, and 1 hour motos. So think about how many laps are being ridden on this track, and they do night racing the night before. It is pitch black, I'm trying to go to sleep, and we're listening to the sound of open header pipes, of quads, and dirt bikes with lights, which I actually don't mind. I fell asleep pretty good in the van. First time we ever brought the van to a race. We got a new Sprinter van, been building it out, and I'll show you here what the new van looks like. But yeah, I didn't actually have a problem with it. What do you think, Dad?
Problem with the van, or what?
Just sleeping. I don't know. I thought everything went good this weekend. It was a good weekend.
Oh yeah, traveling in a moto van. We purchased this van in December, and I just put my first tank of gas in it now because we've had such a crappy winter. We haven't been able to work on it. But yeah, it worked awesome. We built a copy of our friend Frank Messina's van with bunk beds and water tanks and refrigerator, air conditioner, which by the way, the air conditioner ran the entire night on 1 gallon of gas from a Honda 2000 generator.
Right here, I take a line to the left. I pass 3 people, so that obviously, like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, this is a really good line. I'm going to take this every lap. So I start taking it every lap. You're going to see I get passed by 2 people here. One of them on the last lap for the 4th place position, which is what I was battling for. So obviously not the best line, but I was just making my way up through the pack. But it just goes to show you, like, bad start. Like the type of people that were in front of me, I was like a good bit faster than. And like now everybody's getting away from me. Right in front of me, Oliver Cordes. I biked the track before the race. I saw this line on the outside, which was very deceptive. It was hard to tell that there was an outside line there because there was ribbon in between the outside and inside. But I was able to take that outside line, made the pass, and now I'm kind of on a charge to get up to those front rows. I just put this clip in right here just because I thought I looked fast.
So we're having a little debate off camera, and I said, put the mic on. Let's let people hear what's going on here. So, wait, okay, good. Oh, look, you found a mud hole.
Yeah, I get stuck here for longer than I should have. Very deceptive in that mud hole. I was kind of slowed down, stopped, tried to figure out which way to go. Obviously not the right way. I don't know if you guys just noticed. If you didn't, you should back up the video about 5 seconds. Also, Mallory and Melanie pointed me the best line through that mud hole. I almost die right there. But here's the same mud hole. I don't get stuck this time. But what I was saying, you guys should back the video up a little bit. The second I got out of the mud hole after getting stuck, I go straight to my Worx connection clutch and start adjusting the lever because of how bad it was pulling in. But thankfully it was easy to adjust. But yeah, the debate that we were having off camera, this is me asking which way I should go because I had no clue. And I couldn't even understand what everybody was saying, and I didn't want to get stuck again. And I saw people stuck in that mud hole different laps. My dad was saying that he thinks that I should have raced A-class this year because I could have won a lot and we could have made a lot of money. And I'm saying that I'm happy that I'm in pro class because even if we make less money, it's still like a lot more fun. I'd rather be bad. Yeah, I don't know why you're laughing.
Well, first of all, that's not what I said. What are you choking? I said because you skipped the A class, you went from B to AA. It cost us a lot of contingency and sponsor money. And you said, do you think I should run A class? And I said, I'm just saying it cost us a lot of money to do that. And I knew it would. And why do you care what it costs us? You're completely factory sponsored. Now, who's that in front of you?
Right now in front of me is Van Gosselin, who he's just getting off. I think he had mono and then he had pneumonia and a couple injuries, but
like you did.
But yeah, now he's back on the bike, YZ125, and we will battle from here to the end of the race. You're gonna see I passed him pretty quick, like a lot faster than I thought I would. Takes a bad inside line there. I was able to get in front of him, and then I thought maybe I was gonna kind of drop him, but I did a little bit. He catches back up, and he ends up passing me back. But it is a good battle. It's definitely worth it to watch.
Looks like he's rocking the YZ250 450 front fender on that bike.
Yeah, write what you guys think in the comments. I keep telling my dad that we should put the 4-stroke front fender on the bike. So yeah, here's the next lap. Oh yeah, sorry, he didn't pass me back yet. But he takes that line to the left in the mud hole, which is definitely a good line, and I feel like I noticed that he was making time on me in that line. But I didn't want to, I knew the line that I had was working, and I didn't want to have to find a new line in the mud hole, and then I got stuck. So I was just taking the same line that I was taking. I ended up getting stuck past the next lap.
Yeah, I was standing at one of those mud holes trying to point out the good line to people, and some people absolutely saw the line I was pointing and just kept going to their old line, and I get it. They know what to expect with their old line. They know they're not going to get stuck because the lines that I were pointing, everything was like kind of crisscrossing each other, and you could potentially pick the wrong line in the crisscross and end up in a worse situation.
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of what I was saying here, was what's going on. But yeah, Van passes me on the last lap, and it was such a tight battle to finish. That last corner has an awesome berm, and he missed the berm. And I was like, oh, here's my chance, but I wasn't able to do it. You see, there's a lapper kind of coming in saving me there, because he almost maybe got around me. I don't know what was going to happen, but...
Yeah, normally I like to park on the course, but it really doesn't matter at a GP race. If anything happens to you in a GP race, you're pretty much done. But especially here, I didn't realize this night racing was going to 11 o'clock at night. I was getting ready to go to sleep. I was tired.
Yeah, I kind of like the noise of the dirt bikes though. It's like white noise. You know, we listen to it so often. It relaxes me. I should just start listening to it all the time.
We are so opposites. I don't want to hear motorcycle open header exhaust, so I'm trying to sleep. And meanwhile, there's like a little LED in a shelf on the other side of the van, and he's like, "You got to do something about it. I can't sleep."
It bothered me. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but I was talking with Van after the race. He said now we are on the last lap of the race. He said he was just giving it everything he had. He was out of energy, and just because he's been not riding for so long, and we were both just pushing really hard to the point where I didn't even think I was going to race the second moto, but I'm happy I did. The second moto was super fun as well. I get to battle with some more people, which is cool.
Yeah, it's hard to believe like a 1 hour GP would be so tiring, but when you know it's only a 1 hour race or a half hour race, you push much harder than if you know it's a 3 hour race, which is also hard, or a 2 hour race.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can never ever see myself charging this hard on a 3 hour GNCC, unless it's like last lap or first lap, you know what I mean? But I was like thinking yesterday, or mostly this morning when I woke up, and I was like, wow, I'm sore. That 1 hour races are probably like the toughest kind of races. 30 minutes of off-road pushing, you're pushing hard, but it's only 30 minutes at the same time. Like, how hard can you push without it becoming dangerous? An hour, you're still pushing at that same intensity, I feel like, but it's all, yeah, see, here's what I was talking about earlier. That line that I thought I found was, I ended up getting past, but there was, the end, I didn't have any front GoPro because it got super muddy. Here, I get a way better start this time. You see, this is in the pro class, and there's a bunch more people behind me instead of in front of me.
And 250's and 450's.
Yeah, also 250's and 450's on the start that I was able to whole shot, which was good. And right behind me,
second on the whole shot, right?
Oh yeah, it was like second, and then I got passed by like 3 people immediately. But I meant that I got a better whole shot, which was good. And you're gonna see in a minute, Brandon Gregory falls pretty hard on the I don't know if you guys saw in the intro, but he falls pretty hard on this enduro cross section, going straight over the handlebars. So I was able to kind of battle with him for a little bit too. So you'll see him. If you guys don't know who he is, he's right in front of me now. Number 1, he races J-Day for Amp Pro, same team that I'm on.
I think he's a 3-time, definitely a 2-time or 3-time J-Day overall champion. And this series actually is sort of like the competition to the J-Day series. They're in the same area, and I don't know if we mentioned this yet, but this is in Pownell. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pownell, Vermont. So that was actually fun going to Vermont.
Oh. Yeah, right there is the crash. I'll put it in slow-mo. Thankfully, he was fine. I don't think he got hurt at all. You see, he's completely over the front of the bike.
I think he kind of tangled a little bit with that rider in front of him. I think the rider in front of him, oh, he looks like he almost went over there too, the rider in front. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did kind of clip that at the end. But right now I'm battling with Dylan Moratti from the Massachusetts area. And you're going to see I battled him for most of the race. And something I thought was interesting, he is on a Yamaha, by the way. He's on a white Yamaha. He's on a Yamaha. 5 of the top 6 spots in the pro class were Yamahas, and I think even more than that in the 125 class were Yamahas. So pretty much all of the top spots, with the exception of Braden Nolette, who won both races actually. But really good result for Braden beating Brandon. I was surprised by that. Really good for him. But you're gonna see also in a minute, I don't know if you guys remember, but Brandon just went over the handlebars. And it doesn't take him too long to catch back up and make him way from, I don't know what place he fell back into, but it had to be pretty far back because that happened right off the start. And he makes his way all the way back up into second for this moto, which is really awesome. That's a huge time savings, I guess. Huge time to make up. And you're going to see, I don't know if you guys also remember where I got past. You would think that I got past and I would learn, oh yeah, I shouldn't take that line again. I got past there. And I'm going to get passed by Brandon in the exact same spot. Not that he wouldn't have gotten around me anyway, though.
One interesting thing about going to a series that you don't normally race is you really don't know who your competition is, but when you think about it, we kind of knew who Braden was. I mean, he's a multi-time metric champion. We knew who Brandon, right? We knew who Brandon was. We knew who was the kid you were battling with in the 125 class? Ryan Gosling. But other than that, that's really kind of all we knew in Oliver. That's it. Like, you know, there's hundreds of people there, and we only know like 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely. I just got passed. I'm gonna try my best to keep up with him as long as possible. This is my claim to fame. I take a better line than him right here. Very minimally.
So, I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but Ryder's gone over 5 years without a single DNF. And there's a lot of factors that go in that, but one of our main sponsors that we contribute that to, or attribute that to, sorry, would be Maxima Oils. And we have had really great luck in the motor, in the trans, for the clutch, even the brake oils have been awesome. So if you have any questions about Maxima Oil, feel free to look me up. That's one of the few sponsors I do not have a discount code for, but I understand that, but pretty much every dealer carries it and every distributor carries it. Also, while you're listening, if you could please like, subscribe, and comment. It's funny, we have a few people who just say the same thing every time. That's great. Any comment is much appreciated. This is a tough section right here, right?
Yeah, definitely. Super muddy in that section. Thankfully, my dad was pointing me the best line there, and I just had to kind of figure out, get back comfortable on the bike. There's actually so much time in between these motos that we thought that I got my arm pump situation figured out. Actually, a story about that, but I ended up getting arm pump in both the races, which is weird. Usually you just get it once during the beginning of the day, and then once you get it that first time, it never comes back. But I actually got it twice today, which was the first. And yeah, like I said earlier, I didn't really explain what happened on the start of the first race. But wait, were you talking there? Alright. I didn't really explain what happened at the start of the first race, and it was around like 12 o'clock. It was 12:04. They were running, each race was running like 10-15 minutes late. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch the race before me, but let me just make sure that it's like some of the faster guys so I could watch them and just see what they're doing and stuff. So I'm like, go online, I'm looking at the schedule for the day. I was like, I wonder what classes are going at the 12 o'clock race. And I already have half my gear on. I like to get ready early. It's just, I don't know, it's just something I do. And I check, and it says Pro 125, 12 o'clock. I was like, that's not right. I show my dad. Yeah, my race started 4 minutes ago, but they were late. So we rushed. We got a random pair of goggles. We got my gloves, my helmet, everything ready. We ran. I got on the bike, like no warm up to the bike. The bike is dead cold. Rushed to the start. Didn't even know how like the flag or anything worked. It was just a complete mess. But yeah, that kind of took up the rest of the time. But definitely a stressful start to race 1. And everything went good. Didn't have any expectations for the day, so it was a good day. I just want to say thank you guys for watching.
And you got 2 5th places, right? Did you say that yet?
Yeah, I got 5th place in Pro 125 and in Pro.
And Braden Nolette won the overall, and Brandon, I can't say Brandon's last name, Gregory, got 2nd in both races.
I think I might be wrong on that too. I heard somebody say it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.